every game status. Rel making a lot of sense there. Both Rel and Rakan I think would have been absolutely fine, but you do need some sort of hard engage, some sort of setup to be able to start off the fights, and I think Rel can really fit that bill. It's also something that people like quite a bit in Nautilus because there is that interaction with your Shattering Strike. You can break
it's just a matter of fact, as River and Audieland are going to find one another here in the river, but now it's Ayla jumping in immediately as 100 Thieves are ready to go in for the 3v3. Lions down to below half HP, but FBI and Ayla the same way. First blood over to Audieland, and Lyon are on the board. River's next to drop, and it's a 2-for-0. Lyon.
I've seen this more against, like full tanks and things like that. There's not a lot of really tanky characters over on the 100 Thieves side, but definitely can get a lot of value if you can have one of these extended fights here. And it is just going to be a trade of grubs for Dragon. Lion up towards that top side. They're going to be really happy about how this early game has gone. They're up 1K, and they get 3 grubs. When you are the one who is winning the early game, who is having the pushing lanes, grubs get so much more value.
Yeah. I mean, grubs they're a down payment objective, right? Like, yeah, sure, it's nice to grab the extra EXP for your jungler. It's nice to get the little bit of gold that they reward, but it's really all about how much more value you can get later thanks to the push.
Grub, giving over 6 definitely feels rough, but they're so late to the play that it is going to be, if anything, just one steal on a grub, and
doesn't even get it, but Audieland in some danger now as Ayla jumps in to help River, trying to take out the Lion jungler. Sniper's ready to join the fight now too, as Audie has to flash away. A lot of damage though, back onto River, who tries to get away with an Afiri W, but he's so very low. First kill goes over to Sniper, picking off Lions, as Saint's the next to fall, and Sniper goes to the skies. 100. 1 out of 6 of those grubs like we were talking about earlier, but with the first Drake already in their possession, they would love to keep this stack going forward. Quid's job is just to zone Licorice away, make it so K'Sante can't really feel comfortable trying to enter towards the battlefield up here, and it looks like he'll have no problems doing that as the Drake is secured by River.
It is really nice, and this kind of build is going to punish the lack of MR on Licorice, not very much.
Licorice doing a good job staying alive up here, but a 3v1 is never great odds. River looking for a little bit more damage there with the Darkened Daggers, jumps forward, but Licorice goes unstoppable with the Pathmaker trying to get away. Weaver's Wall is going to claim it though, and 100 Thieves get kill number 3.
And that's going to be the feat of warfare for them, so pretty important kill. Audieland and Henna are pushing up in mid lane, trying to knock this tower down. You can see Saint is shoving down in the bot lane as well, and they're looking for a potential dive here on a Sniper.
Yeah, could be some trouble. Nice CC chain from Lions. Not quite enough damage there. It is the ultimate from the Azir, finishing off the kill, guaranteeing they get what they came for, and this should also facilitate Lion taking that first turret, so 1 feet going back their way as these stacking up, trying to get to that 360 breakpoint for the big power spike, but the tier 1 turret in mid, now also going to be claimed by Lion. The tank you're going to have is Ayla, but he's on a support budget. It's not going to be that easy to build up enough resistances to tank those things, and the Rift Herald will now be claimed very shortly after. Not quite as much pressure on Ayla to have these massive engages, because everybody on Lion will just get shot to pieces before it even happens. Audieland, nice disengage there with the ulti, but he's ready to charge back right into the fight. Ayla here on the front line, locked up by Lions. Licorice with the teleport in, and Ayla is in danger. Nice kill going over to Henna, and they're looking for another. Doesn't turn into a whole lot. It's just cool points more than anything. That was a really sick play that then completely shuts down the neutral objective stacking that 100 Thieves were playing.
Scrimming against these top 4 teams, and of those top 4 teams, he saw 100 Thieves as the most beatable, the most likely to get a quote-unquote upset against. It's interesting because some players I talked to didn't even think that through these side lanes, trying to keep his farm really high here, as has Sniper. Sniper almost has the Moramena fully stacked, and we know, here comes Quid. We'll see if they can pull off this dive, though. The tower is there.
Ooh, nice move from Saint, trying to stop this, but still a ton of damage coming out from 100 Thieves. Saint very low, but the rocks are not there. Quid is now in danger as Licorice arrives to back up his mid laner. The seismic shove fade away will not find anything, and 100 Thieves is sat down. Having everybody stand inside the pit for a long time, but no, 100 Thieves, they can't get there in time. So like what we're seeing with the Otacon buffs. So yeah, hands off the wheel. All right, whatever. You guys get this one.
Yep. And they're kind of saying, that's what you're going to earn yourself with the Otacon, is we're not going to afterwards. Baron spawning here in just about a minute, so that is going to be the next big objective. Sniper able to get that tier 2, which is huge, and they're looking for a pick mid. Yeah, Lion's in some danger here. Has to try to Spider-Man his way out of it. The dredge line connects onto the terrain and gives him enough distance to not die. Gold from that tier 2, 700 gold on that isolated tier 2 tower take. It is so valuable when you grab that. FBI trying to defend here. 100 Thieves are collapsing, but this tower is just going to be gone.
Yeah, tower's already gone, but Ayla goes in for the engage. Licorice here on the front line, very, very low as Sniper's ready to go into the skies. Licorice caught inside the Weaver's wall, but Quid is already down. The first false life is going to be procced as Licorice continues trying to disengage. But he will be shut down by River as the Otacon buff expires right at the worst possible time. Now Audieland, Lions, and Saint all have to try to get away. FBI's low HP, but the rest of the Thieves are ready to chase. River continues firing forward as it looks like there is going to be an escape for Audieland, but no way home for Lions. The Hex Gates getting two of the Lion players out of danger as Saint's ready to re-engage, now looking for Ayla and FBI. He doesn't have the range thanks to the arcane shift as River is just doing the dragon the entire time. They are forcing Lion to need to step forward. Saint and Audieland suffering from some of this poke here. They know that they need to go in before they absorb too much more.
Ayla is on the side, and he could look for a really good engage. He's trying to deny any potential hard commit from Lion. If they hard commit to this fight, they could get pinched.
Okay, Audi jumps over the wall, ready to go for the smite fight, but it's going to be secured by River's Nefiri instead. Now the 1v1 back in the Dragon Pit is not going the way of the Xinjiao as Lions have to try to get away, but a nice seismic shove seals his fate. Now the Nefiri ready to go in once again as the True Shot Barrage flies through and nearly kills off Audieland. A beautiful shot coming out from Sniper to seal the deal, but River may have gone too far. He jumps back in with the ultimate reset, but he gets
out no problem. That is nuts. River definitely using that character's kit to the maximum, and now they're going to be able to get a Baron off the back of that as well. River actually played that whole sequence so incredibly well.
Yeah.
Was very, very aggressive, always being able to bait abilities, being able to shred people, hitting multiple Qs, and just
guarantees there's no way for the enemy team to try to contest the Baron.
He got his one.
Sets him up. That's, hey, he's a sniper. He sniped. That was good.
There you go.
All right, mid lane tier 2 turret pops. 100 Thieves going to pick that one up, and then immediately Quid throws out the Weaver's wall. Saint wants to go for the engage on FBI, but he doesn't have enough damage, and FBI escapes. Saint immediately forced back down into the dirt, and 100 Thieves now with nobody dead on their own side, with Saint out of the picture for 50 seconds, and even once he revives, he's got no ult and no flash. 100 Thieves can smell the blood in the water.
Yeah, and no Zonias as well. That is really tough. He tried to catch him by Eing forward and then flash ulting to react to that arcane shift, but he used both the arcane shift and the flash to create even more space. Ezreal's one of the champions that it's so tough to actually do that to, because they have the secondary dash to avoid your follow-up flash. So FBI able to create that space, stays alive here, and 100 Thieves are pushing. They are low in health, but they get the kill.
Lions is already down. A nice seismic shove from Quid. Didn't even need any setup, and now the second shove is going to force Licorice to try to flash away. River continues jumping forward, and Lion is scrambling just to stay alive. 100 Thieves force their way into the bottom lane of the base. They take the full inhib. They don't lose a single man, and they get out.
Yep, they're going to be able to get out, and now because of that last dragon, and look at Ayla on the flank.
Yeah, Ayla's ready because the True Shot Barrage already popped the Edge of Night off of Henna. Now the Rel's ready to immediately jump in with a Magnet Storm, and there goes River straight after the Lethality Varus. Henna just fighting to try to stay alive, but Quid has already gone on a killing spree. Sniper versus Audieland off of the side, and Sniper dies. Lion trying to get FBI now, but the damage is just too much. A double kill back over to Quid, and everybody on Lion except Audieland is staring at a black and white screen. 100 Thieves on the victory march.
100 Thieves finally able to get that decisive team fight win. They find the flank on Henna, and that is going to be that.
There we go. That mid lane turret is already gone. The inhibitor falls right after. They've got the super minions coming up through the bottom lane. There is no way for Audieland to do anything about this. Tries to maybe grab one little bit of a cheeky damage there in the river, but not enough. The ace for Quid's Talia. 100 Thieves will continue the reign of terror of the top 4 teams. 11-0 now. Lion could not find their way to get this one done. 14-7. 100 Thieves get the dub.
Back-to-back days for 100 Thieves. They